What if I told you that there's a major breakthrough, something so game-changing for your real estate lead generation strategy that it's going to level up the entire thing? Listen, I know that lead generation is the biggest headache for all real estate agents, but I want you to know I'm not talking for sell by owners and expireds or those buyer leads that just don't really even do anything but waste your time. I want you to imagine tapping into a lead pool that most agents don't even know exists. Let me tell you, I've said it for years that niches get riches. And if you're an agent that really wants to be successful in this business, then I'm going to show you how niches can be your biggest gold mine. In today's market, there is an untapped tool that's really shaping how we approach niche marketing. If you're curious about it, stay tuned because I'm going to show you how you can use it and how it will change your whole business. But hold on, when I say niche marketing, I'm not talking about first-time home buyers or a certain area or anything like that. That's not what I'm talking about here. Don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly what to do. But for the first time ever, niche leads are extremely accessible and they're yours for the taking. Here's a warning though, don't just hop into niching down because most agents make a mistake that ends up being extremely costly to their business. They unknowingly fall into this trap because it's just so common and out there, but I don't want that to happen to you. And unfortunately, this common mistake is rarely addressed. Stick around, I'll tell you exactly what this pitfall is and how you can maneuver around it. Before I go any further, let me give you the 4 niches that you should focus on this year, and I'll give you the secret way to get all of their information. Those 4 niches are absentee owners, divorce leads, downsizers, and new construction. Shout out to Damon Green for that. Stay with me. A second ago, I mentioned the common mistake, which is neglecting the follow-up. You must know by now that the fortune is in the follow-up. Agents are all the time generating new leads, but they're forgetting to nurture the ones that they already have. And if you don't implement a strong follow-up system, kind of like the 12-touch follow-up system that we use, you probably won't get the best result. By now you're wondering, where do I even get these people to follow up with? You see, back in the day when we would want information for these owners, it would take a lot. I remember using this website, whitepages.com, and I would literally go in there and look up someone's name and try to match the address and start calling them. But White Pages only showed you the landline number because it was registered with the phone book, if you even know what that is. And it was just a task because then you would have to try to call when they were at home. And yeah, nowadays, you don't have to do all that. Their info is very easy to find and most times it's free. Let's walk through this tool together. For this example, we're gonna target downsizers, which is probably the biggest gold mine this year, especially for list C. With a few clicks, you can target homeowners who are looking to sell. You can grab their info and start that follow-up first by having that conversation with them and then implementing that follow-up system. But here's where the rubber meets the road. Generating the leads, that's just the beginning. What sets you apart is the hustle that you have behind it, meaning the calls, the emails, the social media ad. This tool simply hands you the map, but remember, you're the one driving the car. That's why you must use follow-up strategies that have worked over and over and over again. See, in my business, there's just a few follow-up strategies that we use, and we use just a few because they convert over and over and over again. That's what I give my power unit members. I get it. You're in the trenches, been in this business for a while, and you're wondering why you're not at the top yet. And it's because there's a higher level than this. Levels that most people don't even talk about. We've skimmed the surface in this video with just one technique, but what I'm talking about is diving deep and coming out with the crown. Knowing what depths exist and actually plunging into them are 2 entirely different things. The real estate maze you're in is filled with illusions of barriers and dead ends. Guess what? They're just distractions for the weak. If you've been lost and you've been doubting the strategies that you're constantly working every day, that simply means it's time for you to level up. It means you're ready, but you're hesitating on the edge, aren't you? Here's where the game changes. You need someone who's mastered the mazes, someone who treats a storm just like a little wind blowing. That's where I step in. My team and I, we're not just your guides. We're your cheat code for dominating this game. We turn those complex maps into straight runs to the treasure. There's a fire inside of you, and I mean a real burning desire to not just play the game, but to conquer it. Then it's time we talk. It's time for you to transform your real estate business from just playing the game to someone who owns the board. We join forces, and suddenly you're not just moving pieces around, you're strategizing like the grandmaster, because it's not about just getting by. It's about building a legacy that outlasts you. The most epic moves, it's the ones that scare you a little, the ones that force you to jump without seeing the net. And I can tell you, with the right commander by your side, the battlefield looks a lot different. Can you feel the shift? This is your moment. Don't just watch it pass you by. You've been doing that long enough. Tap the link in the description and let's have a real conversation. Let's not just make moves. Let's rewrite the script and dominate this thing together. Talk soon.